Hey everybody, and welcome to Old Roommates, the only podcast that revisits pop culture through a middle-aged lens. Today, we are revisiting the Madonna 1985 classic, Desperately Seeking Susan. So grab your favorite pyramid-looking jacket, get cozy, and join the fun.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Christina.
And Brian.
And today we are talking about revisiting Desperately Seeking Susan. We're taking our shallow dive into the 1985 Madonna movie.
Yeah, thanks for joining us again. So as Christina said, shallow dives only. We are not going to go through every single scene of this 1985 film. But we are going to start, as we always do, with how we felt about this movie then. Christina, 1985.
Sure. 1985. Okay, I was a junior in high school. And so Madonna was at her most popular, I think. Well, I mean, she's always been pretty popular. But she was really popular. And I always felt during that time that they made this movie for the sole purpose of making a Madonna movie. And I think that I was a little bit swayed by that because truth be told...
Yeah.
Truth be told, I didn't care for Madonna back then. I know, very unpopular opinion. I liked her music, but I felt she was very gimmicky. And I was a little cynical back then as well, as opposed to now. So I think that when I went to see it, it certainly wasn't something that I was planning on doing. I think I just went with a friend. I saw it in the movies. And I think I probably went in it thinking I don't even really want to see this movie to begin with. So I think that definitely had made me feel that way.
Well, thank you for your honesty and your willingness to say how much you hate Madonna.
Hate is a strong word. And we're starting this off so...
Please leave.
Violently. No, and I have grown to like and respect Madonna over the years.
Favorite Madonna song?
Huh?
Favorite Madonna song?
Off the top of my head?
Yes.
Well, honestly...
You're going to probably go back to the 80s.
I did go back to the 80s, yes.
So what was your favorite Madonna song then?
Well...
Borderline.
No, God, no, not Borderline. I did like Get Into the Groove, but which is obviously...
Played twice.
Yes, played twice in Desperately Seeking Susan. But, I mean, like I said, like that, she was very popular. I liked her music. Yeah. I just didn't care for her as a person.
Oh.
I like her better now.
From that time she came over your house, you just felt...
I felt like I knew her very well. So I think that definitely made me feel a little bit differently towards the movie. I didn't look at it in a very...
I remember, if I may, that they called this movie the Madonna movie. Like before, truly, I think it was even bigger than the title, Desperately Seeking Susan. I think there was maybe some confusion. In case there was any, the movie poster was like the Madonna movie. So back then in 1985, so I have to say I was 12. So I think I was isn't that middle school? Or was that sixth grade?
I said I was high school. I was a junior in high
I thought you said middle school. Okay, sorry. So, So I remember seeing this movie on VHS. I did not go to the movie theater, so I probably saw it, I guess, how many years go by before when a movie did. So I don't know. I was a teenager. Is that fair to say? And I remember truly being bored to tears. Now, here's why. Because Madonna... I mean, spoiler alert, she's not really in it.
Yes, and that's seriously, that's one of the reasons why I was kind of annoyed at the whole movie.
She's not in it.
It's called the Madonna movie. She's not even in it.
Yeah. But I loved Madonna, and I still do. I love Madonna, and I love Madonna then. I did like her style. I did like it. The movie, though, I was bored. So, and I mean, so bored. Also, this is, thinking back, that this was, I felt more like in a movie for adults like adult escapism, like fantasizing about someone else's life, right? Like you're disenchanted because she's married. This Rosanna Arquette's character is married to this guy who I think his biggest crime. Well, it's revealed later that he's a cheater, but like before that, it's like his biggest crime is being a salesman of hot
he's just sort of boring.
Like, who cares? But is he boring? I don't know. Okay, so. Let's fast forward.
So wait, so you liked it or you didn't like it? You thought
I did not like it. It was boring.
And I didn't like it either. I also felt it was boring. Yeah. And I also felt like it was billed as the Madonna movie and I showed up and she was not in it. You almost felt like you were looking for her. Like, where is Madonna?
Yes.
So anyway, yes, I felt like we felt the same way.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So now, fast forwarding, what is how many? I can't count.
Oh my God.
95, 2005, 2015. 34 years. 34 years later. Let's just dive right in.
Okay.
Go for it.
So I watched it. So it was really interesting. Actually, I have to tell you. So I get these from the library.
Yeah.
And it was really funny because I had ordered it ahead of time and I had to pick it up. And the librarian, who I guess is about my age, I grabbed it and she said, "Oh, I love that movie." And immediately I'm like, this is so funny that there's like... Yeah. Because I did feel like that people loved that movie for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was the Madonna thing. So anyway, so I watched it. My overall thoughts of it was, I didn't feel... I was bored again.
Oh.
Yeah, I was bored again. I was glad to see it wasn't terribly long. It was like 104 minutes or something like that. So I didn't feel like it was that long. So I was happy about that. Yeah. But I felt like, especially at the beginning, they didn't do enough character development on the Rosanna Arquette character.
Totally.
It was like the first scene... She's looking at the personals.
Yeah.
I think it was the first scene.
Yeah.
It was at the... Yeah, it was because it was at the...
Well, Laurie Metcalf.
Right? Yeah, Laurie Metcalf. Don't even get me started on that one. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just felt like they could have had an extra scene or two with Roberta's character to let us understand, like, where she's at. I didn't buy that she was so bored with her life. Like, I don't even know what she did. I have no idea what she did.
Well, the other thing is, too, she says, "Oh, desperately. What a romantic word." I'm like, girl, unless they change the definition of the word romantically.
Yeah, that's just desperate.
Desperately.
That makes her desperate.
I thought that was so weird, and I agree. It starts off so fast.
Yeah.
Well, so to speak, like with this, like she's in the chair, and it's like, oh, da-da-da. And I agree. I didn't buy into the fact that she was so disenchanted quite with her life. Mm-hmm. And
I mean, she's at a spa.
Earn it. Right.
I mean, yeah, right. How disenchanted can you be?
Yeah. And and I have to say from there too, she is a bit weirdly obsessed with this thing. Also, is there only one newspaper? I don't understand, because she's like, oh, they follow each other all across the country. So if you're not familiar with the movie, mm-hmm. the gist is Rosanna Arquette is infatuated or obsessed with this long distance couple that hook up across the country, and she follows them through the personal ads, and she has this longing for this sort of exciting kind of love, because her husband is a bit of a bore, and
what's interesting about it is the ads are not very forthcoming. Like, they could be business partners all we know. It's like desperately seeking Susan. Meet me at the pier tomorrow.
It's so romantic.
And there's nothing else to it. It's not like I miss you or I love you or whatever. There's none of that. We have no idea what I didn't even catch that. It was like, what is intriguing about this, aside from the romantic word of desperately?
Yeah.
What is so intriguing about this? And it struck me as odd. Like, how long has she been following this couple?
Yeah.
They don't meet up every week.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Right.
It's probably every couple months or every month or something like that. Has she been following this couple for years?
Yeah.
Like, it's just bizarre.
There's some holes.
Yeah. And I'm so sorry, but in the 80s, the personal ads, they were much more interesting ads.
Yeah.
I mean, that was how people hooked up in the 80s. Of those
I tried.
Do you remember the Phoenix?
Actually reading... I do. I tried reading the other ads around it, and they were much more specific and interesting. This one was just like space. It was just like taking out the space in the page. It was very, very strange.
Yes.
And so for me, like I love that. I was not bored. I'm going to be honest. I was not bored. I did like it much better this time around. I liked... Rosanna Arquette has very nice softness in this movie. She has a little bit of a Olivia Newton-John thing going on, which I was there for. I think... I love Laurie Metcalf, which I know we'll get to her. And I like the little details. I like that Madonna was eating cheese puffs. I like that there's... at Roberta's house, there's pictures in the fridge, but they're all of her husband. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice that. That's funny.
These little details that made me happy. I'm like, well, this isn't quite a cookie cutter throwaway movie for the sake of Madonna. Someone had some thoughts here. There was something else that I meant to say with then, and I didn't say it, and it's important now. I don't know why I thought this, but I thought that back then, I remembered Madonna's character being famous, and she's not.
Oh, yeah, no.
At all.
That's
and
funny.
I don't know why. I think because she had such a style about her. So when I watch it now, I'm like, oh, this girl is just kind of a loser. She has, and she has no money.
No offense,
she wears a bra. She wears a bra outside of the home.
Right. Well, that was her style.
I know. She bathes in a bathroom.
I was surprised at how revealing that bra was, though. Were you surprised about
What
that?
is this movie rated?
PG-13, I believe.
Okay. So, yeah,
It's a very revealing
you just
bra.
see her,
whoa.
you see her nipples. There's something else that happened. I was like, oh, this movie, his butt.
Hello, his whole side almost frontal situation.
Stuff. And I was really surprised by that. I think Aidan Quinn looks at Rosanna Arquette. Is she topless? Or
in bed?
No, he's looking at her through the window. She's putting on the green dress.
Oh.
I couldn't
It's
an
focus
illusion.
Enough. Yeah.
And I was like, wow, she looks naked enough for this to be PG-13. But yeah, so anyway, all that to say, I liked a lot of the details. And I will say that I guess I didn't remember the movie as much as I thought I did, because when Roberta bangs her head, spoiler alert, that I gasped. I was like, and then when her pocketbook fell off the dock.
It was like in slow motion, very dramatic.
It was so stupid.
It was really dumb.
And of course, the only circular, hard, round pocketbook in the world.
Yeah, I've never seen one since.
It rolled.
Yeah.
It rolled. Just just rolled.
It just rolled
into
the water. The pier.
Yeah.
The water.
Well, it's a battery park. Yeah, it's just so strange. And so yeah, I did gasp, and then just the other standout moments, like Aidan Quinn, basically, Roberta clearly has amnesia. And he's like, so you're good? It's like,
oh my gosh, yes.
And then he has this crisis of conscience and comes back. No one thinks to get her medical attention, but then you wouldn't have a movie.
Go to the doctor, perhaps? I mean, come on, people. She doesn't know who she is. And she was just attacked.
Yeah.
And she was just attacked, right?
Yeah.
Which is, and did she remember that she got attacked? I can't remember if she knew.
She does, because later on she's like, this is something to do with the guy that tried to grab.
So, I mean, technically that happened before she bumped her head, so she probably shouldn't have remembered that. But anyways.
I think so.
But, maybe he knew that or something. I don't know. Maybe
that's
he knew that. But yes, I 100% agree. I'm like, oh my gosh, this woman just bumped her head, has amnesia. You have no idea who you are, and we're just going to... She finds a key in her coat, and he's like, that's a Port Authority locker key. Really? You know what the Port Authority locker keys look like? And are they that different from every other locker key in the world?
Yeah.
It's not that, it said it on it. It's this little orange key.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of unbelievable. But just the whole fact that they did